What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be drawing a gar. It's a fish. This is my eraser. It's a Dave & Buster's one. Then I got my pencil. Yeah, I'm gonna be drawing a gar today. This is what it will look like. Yes, I drew that. Well, I mean, my cousin helped me, but I did most of it. Well, I mean, he did most. I did a little, I did like the fins and stuff. I did the fins, the teeth, the eye, the gills, and like coloring it. Okay, so today we're gonna be drawing him. Let's go. So, hold on, I have an idea. So first we're gonna start with the back. So hold on a sec. Well, messed up. Oh, I hate when I'm making like videos, sketching videos, like, and I just mess up. It's like, uh-oh. So you're gonna draw like a little circle, but don't let it connect. Don't make it connect. You want to make it kind of big, but I mean not too big. Okay? Then you're going to add a bunch of lines in there. Then, I mean, you can connect it at the bottom with a little sad face line. Then after that, draw the body, which, hold on, I'll give further instructions in a second. Like this. So from the fin, go down, up, and then like that. This is gonna be the mouth. Don't make the bump too big. I'm actually gonna shorten mine a little bit. Okay. Once you do that, then curve it around and then make a little circle right here. I know it looks weird. Don't worry, it's gonna look better. But actually, like at the end of that circle, make it pointed. Coming in, point it like there. After you do that, after you point it, stand by for further instructions. That's something the army would say. So then, make the bottom part of the mouth, then make it curve down. Don't worry, it all comes together later. But don't bring it up to the tail, because there's fins. So you want to do that same thing that we did for the other fin. Make like an oval shape. Don't let it connect this time. Then you can bring it in. And look, right where it starts to get smaller for the tail, right there, make a little line. But like, make sure you blend it out. And do that for the bottom, but add just a line down there. And once you do that, you can, if you want, I'm not going to, add a fin right there. I don't like to add the fin right there, but I'm going to, actually. I need a smaller eraser because this eraser is massive and it's hard to erase stuff. And it erases so much better. This one does. Now do the lines. Yeah, put the lines in the other one too, about 4 of them. But this one you connect, and look. It's like inside of the body, kind of. See? That's what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, then you can draw as many teeth as you want. I'm not gonna add that many. Wait, before you add the teeth, so look, go from the bottom. We're gonna go into that circle, that's why it was there. Then curve it around. Cause see, that's the inside of the mouth. Then you can erase the circle. So now you can see it better. I'm gonna make the top lip and stuff a little thinner. Cause Gar, they don't actually usually have their mouth open actually. But I mean, make your Gar as you please. I like my Gar with the mouth open because it's like you get to see all the teeth in there. Yeah, don't mind my teeth. I am getting braces. Thank God. Sick of my teeth. But I mean, everyone is different. Not everyone's teeth are perfect. Okay, got the bottom teeth. Okay, now for the eye, just make a circle and don't make another circle inside. So look, on the inside, make like a moon shape, but make it thick like the moon. Then make the rest of it yellow. Then it'll look like a real eye. And, I mean, I'm gonna make it a little thinner because Gar don't really look like this. Thinner. Okay, and there we have our Gar there. This I'm gonna fix because it's like a spike going up. But I think it looks good. Yeah. Then all that's left to do is color it. So let's go. Let's color it. Gar are usually like this color. Blue-green. Sometimes they're green, sometimes they're blue. I'm gonna make mine blue-green. I think it'll look good. Hold on. Oh, I can't get it good. It's like, I think it looks good, but it's like, it doesn't really look like the 5 Gar we seen at the creek. Yeah, you're probably like, you didn't see no Gar. Yes, I did. Me and my friends my cousins went camping. So my cousin Hudson, why do I keep saying friends? You might know him. He's been in my videos before. He said, Tegan, stop moving. I said, no, I'm having fun. Because we hadn't even been in the water for like 30 seconds. And he said, Tegan, do you want your fingers to get chomped off when you put your hands in the water? I said, how? There's no sharks in here. I said, there's no sharks in here or alligators. He said, there might not be alligators, but there's alligator Gar. My eyes went. Hudson said, there are 5 massive Gars surrounding both of us. And that's when my heart had dropped because them things can take off your hand. I said, Hudson, where are they? I don't see them. If you're pranking me, I'm going to kill you. And he said, look over in front of me. I looked over in front of him. They were like 3 feet away from him. Them things were like this long, dude. We were so scared. There was a shovel nose gar, and there was some alligator gar, and I don't know what other kinds of gar there were. I think those are the only kind. I don't know. I don't know a lot about gar. But anyways, he was like, Tegan, stop moving. There's one about 1.5 feet away from you. I did not look down. I said, don't tell me about it. How long is it? He said, about 5 feet. I said, don't move, because it's gonna bite my leg, and obviously, you know I can't swim, because like I can swim, but it not that good. And here came the gar swimming closer and closer. Hudson said, Tegan, do not move. I was like, Hudson, will you stop? We are both scared right now. This is not helping. And he's like, sorry. I said, you're okay. And at this, all I knew was what a gar looked like. I didn't know it had teeth. I didn't know it could bite me. So I said, but what do you mean? Do I want to lose my fingers? He said, don't you know gar can bite? I said, gar can bite? He looked at me like, boy, you don't know that? And he said, yeah, gar can bite. They have teeth. I said, because at the time, I was almost laying down. I had my hands in there. Bro was looking at my hands like he wanted them. So I brung them up as fast as I could. Because, like, I don't want him eating my fingers. And that's the time that I almost lost my fingers to gar. And there were 5 of them. One was green, one was blue, one was like a silverish, shiny. It looked metal, but it was real. Because he kept like coming up to the water for air. He'd go and like snap his mouth like eating the air. And I'm like, look at them teeth. One of the teeth were like these long, this long, these long. I can't talk. But yeah, that's the time I almost got my whole hand taken off. And one came up to get air right next to me. I was like, Hudson? He said, don't worry. Then Brantley had come over with fishing rods. He said, look for some bait. I said, there's no bait. He said, no. He said, why aren't you moving? Come get it. I said, there's 5 massive gar over here surrounding us. He looked at me like, you're kidding. And then like I had moved slightly an inch away to show him. I said, look at this. What are these? He said, that's 5 massive gar. I said, no, don't. And yeah. So then we very slowly got out. We made it safely. We found out like the gar's little home. It was a bush pile. And then we like with my hands I caught a tiger fish. Yeah, them things are hard to catch. And somehow, I don't know how, Stevie, y'all don't know him. He's Bubba and Hudson's, the cousins that I was talking about this whole time. He snagged the longest gar there was. It was about like this long. I know y'all can't see it, but it was massive. And my gar is almost done. I'm gonna add him to my little creek. Yes, I'm making a little creek. I'm gonna add another sheet. Add the gar here. I might add like some little clownfish or stuff over here. I might add another bass, maybe a catfish. That would be good. And I'm adding up the finishing touches. But yeah, I like doing these videos because I get to tell y'all about my life and stuff while I'm coloring and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this with y'all. I had fun talking about how I almost lost my fingers. And buy some gar. And if y'all don't believe me, next time they come, I'm gonna ask them, were there 5 massive gar that tried to eat our fingers? They're gonna say yes, I know it. Cause they were like right next to us too, so I was like, and then Hudson, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt my sentence. I was like, Hudson, how are we gonna get out of here? He said, we just have to wait. We waited like 30 minutes, and then I said, Hudson, they haven't left. He said, I know. I want to catch them. Hudson said he wanted to catch them. I said, are you crazy? He said, dude, gar tastes good, and gar are really fun to catch. They put up a big fight. But he said, can you net him with your net once you catch him? I said, a gar, catching it with this net, the size of my head. I'm 10. What do you think I have, a massive net? I can't catch no gar with my net. Plus, dude, that gar would break my whole rod. Don't worry, there's no hook on here right now. I don't know what happened to it. Catching it on this thing, dude, that thing would break my rod. He said, oh, that's your rod? I said, yeah, I can't catch it. He said, sorry, maybe we can catch it some other time. I said, yeah, maybe. Which I really want a new rod. Excuse me. My favorite rods to use, they're the open face reelers where you flip the middle piece, cast, flip it again, then you reel. These ones are my favorite. I like these, bait casters, and button pressers. The only kinds. I actually need to tighten my drag. Oh, I was loosening. Ooh. My drag is as tight as it's gonna get. I'm loosening it now. What's so good about your drag being tight? I don't know what the drag does, so I just use my button presser, my old button presser. I don't know if a button presser has drag, actually. It probably does. What sea creature should we do next? Sea monster. Well, I mean, this has been a 20-minute video. I'll see you guys in the next video. So, yeah, bye.